Hey folks, it's Dave back here in a very cold Studio B on this Monday morning. And as you know, when I find cool things in games, I like to share them here on the channel with everybody. And I found another one late last night, actually. It was in Strat PC Hockey. It's something called Game Highlights. And I want to show you what that is and what it does. It's really kind of cool. But I wouldn't have found it if it wasn't for Strat PC Baseball. As you know, I picked it up about a week ago, and I can't stop playing Strat PC Baseball. I'm really just enjoying it, and I'm starting to dig into the stats. I went into league stats and team stats and player stats, and I was going into previous game stats and just poking around and looking. And just I'm a numbers guy, I'm a stats guy, and I really enjoy that stuff. And I says, I wonder if the hockey game offers the same kind of things that I'm finding in the baseball game. So let's head down to the hockey game, shall we? So I went into the hockey game, and I start looking around here, and somehow after going through all the different stats and things that I was looking for, I ended up in the new help file. And I was, just trying to find out what was what. I ended up on this thing called Game Highlights. And it says View Game Highlights. And what this does, it allows you to experience the highlights in more of a real-time manner, allowing the game to unfold as told by the story of the highlight. So, in effect, if you sim a game and something really cool happens, you can go into this highlight thing and kind of watch it unfold. So I'm going to show you what that is in just 1 second. I thought it was really neat. What you need to do, though, is you need to set it up. So I'm going to be in my 74-75 season, which I've been playing and simming different games. Go to your options for the league. Go over here to autoplay and make sure that these are checked. As you can see, the auto save box score and game highlights, that is key because that'll save everything and archive it so you can find it. So make sure that these are all checked. I'm pretty sure that's what you need to have happen to use this feature, okay? So I'm in my 74-75 season. Let's go to my league stats and let's take a look at my league leaders. And as you can see, with points, I got Lafleur and Mahavlich from Montreal, 1 and 2, Dion with Detroit, and Bobby Orr from Boston, number 4. Tom Lysiak from Atlanta, 44. So let's see if we can find a good game with Lafleur, okay? So I'm going to exit out of here. So we're going to go to Montreal, and we're going to go to Guy Lafleur. And now if I go to my player stats, and I look at my game log, which I like to do, it shows you all the games he played, how many games he scored, the points, and all that kind of stuff there. Now, there was one game that stuck out at me. It was this Vancouver game on November 9th. He got 2 goals and 2 assists. So what I want to do is I want to go to my league stats. I want to go to my line scores, and I'm going to scroll down to that game on November 9th against the Canucks. And the Canadians won, look at this, 10-4. That's the game we're going to look at, 10-4 on November 9th. So we'll exit out of this, and now we're going to go to the game highlights. We're going to go to game, view game highlights. I think this is pretty unique to the hockey game. I didn't see it in the baseball game, and I haven't seen it in any other game. I haven't checked basketball yet, but it is in hockey. So I have everything here by date modified, so basically when I simmed everything. So I'm going to scroll down to this 11-9, and this is hit right here. So it's HLT for highlights, Vancouver versus Montreal, 1974 11-9 text. So click on that and open it and watch this. It's going to bring up this little game highlights box. And you can see that it's the Canucks on the left and the Canadians on the right. You can just see the end of the nickname here. But now watch this. If I hit play, it's going to start showing me the highlights of the game. So Lafleur has it. Gary Smith makes a great save. Lapointe breaks into the open, a big save. We got a couple of penalties. Tremblay gets it. Gary Smith with a save. Lambert shoots, and he scores. So Lambert scores from Tremblay and Robinson. And you can watch the game play out. You can see the clock. The clock's actually going up because we're flipping cards and adding time is kind of what's happening here. But you get the idea of what this thing does. It's showing you the different stats. And Lafleur gets it. Smith with a save. Now I'm going to pause, okay? This thing here on the left, this controls your speed of the replay. This is your scrubber. So you can scrub back and forth and find a time, okay, all the way to the end if you want. And this here just goes play by play. So it's 2-0 Montreal. I'm just clicking around Lafleur with it. Moves an inside shot. Another save by Smith. Lafleur's having a big game. We got a penalty here to Vancouver. Yvon Lambert scores. It's a power play goal from Pierre Bouchard. And you can see the time of the goal, 16:27. And so you can just kind of click next and go on. Lambert scores. It just shows you the highlights of the game. So I'm going to speed up here, and I'm going to go to the end of the second period. You can see, wow, look at Montreal's really killing them here. Let's just hit the play button here. And Mike Robitaille stops. Savard has it. He's knocked off the puck. We got a penalty on Mario Tremblay. Conway scores. It's now 8-2 Montreal. A penalty on Harold Sneps. And it just goes on. So it's just kind of fun sitting back and watching this game play out that was simmed by the computer. Or if you would play this game, you can go back too. As long as you have it saved, you can go back, use this game highlight screen to see what happens. So I'm just going to pause here. And again, you can click the speed here. You can really make this go fast if you want. You do this way, you really can't see it because it goes a little too quick, I think. But it gives you an idea what this little view game highlights thing does. And this is like a little hidden option in the game. So I'm going to pause. I scroll all the way to the end of the game. Canadians 10, Canucks 4. Gives it a shots on goal, and that is that. So that's just the game highlight screen. I thought that was a pretty fun thing to find. It just come out of nowhere. I was kicking around last night, look at the stats, ended up in the help files. Like, what is this game highlights thing? I thought it was pretty neat. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave here from Studio B, and I hope you enjoyed this video of the Strat PC Hockey game highlights feature that was just kind of snuck in there, and I just found it last night, and I wanted to share that with you. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.